you ever seen Supernatural? If you haven't, you should. But anyways, Crowley possessed my child. Lucifer was possessing my child. Okay, they were both inside my child at that point. It was horrible. Hi everybody, and welcome to my mom-mobile. You can see that there is McDonald's cups in the back. We'll pretend those aren't there. Okay. So I'm not going to go through the typical, if you like this video, subscribe, all that stuff. I feel horrible right now that I did not put my videos up on Friday and Monday. Way to start 2018, but we have had a horrible week. And I recorded everything about this on Saturday. I was editing it. I wasn't able to edit it yesterday because we had another outburst. And so I was trying to edit it today so I could throw it up there. And the video is horribly grainy. I cannot wait for income tax to come so I can get my new camera, is all I need to say. So I am putting this together so I can apologize horribly. I am so sorry, and I hope this does not happen again. So what is going on with my family right now? Ayden was diagnosed back in February with ADHD. He doesn't have the official diagnosis. However, he was tested for it at the age of 5. Normally you don't get diagnosed until a little bit later. And he scored very low on this test, horribly low on it, with everything. And he also had seizures during that because he has epilepsy. Well, because of that, the person giving the test and diagnosing him did not feel comfortable giving him the diagnosis of ADHD. And there was nothing I could do about that. He can't be retested until February of this year, which he will be. But there was nothing that we could do. So, but in her opinion, he does have ADHD. She's just not willing to give him the actual diagnosis of it. But anyways, so we did a bunch of other things in between. We did recess breaks. We did, in between breaks where we played during, timeouts from work, actual schoolwork. We did tons and tons of snack breaks. We did trying to increase his weight because we thought maybe his weight was one of the reasons why he was so hyper and had, all these mood problems. And none of that was working. So about a week before his birthday, I finally had enough because his occupational therapist were also seeing the problem as well. Saw his doctor. She gave us a prescription for ADHD medication, and I had to take it out in town. Everybody was sold out of this drug. It took us 4 days to find out that they were sold out. So on his birthday, we actually took him back to the doctor, and that's when she gave us Adderall. Let that sink in with you for a second. Adderall. All right, so we decided to try it, and it was an instant success with him, though. He was on the lowest dose possible, and you could already start seeing the changes. He was able to focus on his letters. He was able to focus on his schoolwork. He wasn't fighting me coming to the table for schoolwork. He was being nice to his brother. He could be sitting in the car. He was helping me go in grocery shopping. He wasn't fighting he was fighting bedtime, but not horribly like he used to. The only problem was bedtime. It would take him 2 hours to finally drift into sleep, which was common, apparently, when you're starting Adderall. We found that out a week after when we had to go back to the doctor. She prescribed melatonin and to come back in a week. That was fine. Gave him melatonin, also mixed that with using some essential oils that I already use, and instantly started seeing better results. However, push to Friday. This is where the story gets interesting, y'all. Friday. I was planning on editing real quick and uploading our video about our trip out through that week and the doctor's appointment, all of that stuff. However, he had the biggest outburst ever. It was not a tantrum. It was pure rage. If that child could have killed me, he would have killed me. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. Have you ever seen Supernatural? If you haven't, you should. But anyways, Crowley possessed my child. Lucifer was possessing my child. Okay, they were both inside my child at that point. It was horrible. It was horrible, people. Oh my God. He started off mad because our diffuser was blue that night instead of green because it was Caleb's turn. And he started off by just screaming. He wouldn't stop screaming. And I can't even do it because I hurt my throat. I'm not doing that. That went on for about 10 minutes. Sent Caleb out of the room, and then he decided that was when he was going to switch. He started clawing at me. He started biting, spitting, anything. Pulling my hair. I'm actually surprised I don't have chunks ripped out of my hair. Is how hard he was pulling. Like, he would grab my hair, grab on, and just yank it as hard as he could to pull. And there were actually strands of hair coming out in his hands. It was that bad. He left bite marks, he left claw marks. It was bad. And he kept biting and scratching, screaming to the point where I'm surprised the cops weren't called. It was that bad. And all I could do was hold him down. I had to sit with my leg over his leg, one arm across his arm, and another one over his forehead. Oh God, this video is already 6 minutes long. I'm sorry, guys. And so then after that went into 30 minutes, and then he had a seizure. The seizure lasted, I want to say like a minute, but he kept screaming through the seizure. So I couldn't even tell what was going on during the seizure because he kept screaming this loud scream. And he's screaming and screaming and screaming, and then he finally stopped seizing. And normally you can ask him, are you okay? Or is the seizure done? And he's just screaming this annoying scream. And you're just like, oh, stop screaming. And then at about the 45-minute mark, it just finally stops. The screaming, the fighting, everything just finally stops. And we all go to bed. Well, then it happens again on Saturday. We decided to stop giving him the Adderall because, no, I don't like Satan in my house. I'm good. I'm fine. We decided that no, he's not getting on that anymore. But he's still having the the side effects of the medication as it comes out of him. And Saturday we went to the commissary, and we had a scene in the commissary. That was great. And he actually ended up leaving Zach a big wound on his hand from fighting him to get him into his car seat so that he could calm down eventually. Sunday wasn't too bad. I thought that it was finally coming out of his system. Monday we had 2 episodes. So I wasn't able to upload anything on Monday because we had, every time that I was about to go finally get this done, he would have another outburst. And then today we had 2 outbursts. One was about 10 minutes long, not even 10 minutes long, a little bit shorter than that. Because I don't even remember what it was. It was so stupid. That one was more of a tantrum than a rage. We had a rage though before therapy because he had to give Caleb back his toy, and he was pulling my hair, trying to bite, spitting, clawing, everything again. So he has an appointment tomorrow to go see his doctor again, and I don't know what's gonna happen. I really don't. And it's terrifying. It's heartbreaking and terrifying when your 6-year-old is literally trying to do everything they can to hurt you. That is what he's trying to do. Like, it's not a tantrum like with Caleb where he's just lost everything and doesn't know what's going on. Ayden is in such a rage where if he can hurt you, he will hurt you. And he doesn't remember any of it afterwards. He remembers what you tell him. Once you start piecing it together, he remembers. But until you start piecing it together, he doesn't remember what happened. So I don't think it's a tantrum. I think it's more of he's going into a rage. So it's very bad. But I wanted to apologize very much for not having our videos up on Monday and Friday. I will have our vlog up on Friday this week. I swear I will. He's going on a new medication, so hopefully we won't have any more problems like this. I don't know, but I am so sorry, and I really hope you guys can forgive me, and I hope that everybody's having a great new year. Somebody's watching me do this vlog right now in the middle of the Target parking lot, so that's wonderful. I hope you guys have have started your 2018 off so amazingly, and thank you so much for staying with me and my family, and please make sure that my boys are in your prayers. And even though my New Year's is starting off chaotic, I wouldn't change my controlled chaos for anything. So I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and bye.